As soon as I logged into this Minecraft server, I realized something was off.
You have to recreate this whole Verity Tower in order to leave the world.
It seemed I was trapped by some being who wanted me to recreate this tower consisting of verity, levity, falsity, and cruelty. But as soon as I was getting comfortable, they took away my vision of the tower. So now, not only do I have to get the materials, but I have to remember it as well. This seems impossible.
Don't worry, OJ. I'll give you hints as you go along the tower.
That seemed doable, so I started off by getting some wood and creating stone tools like any other player would. I then realized that I would have to go exploring for caves in order to be able to craft the blocks for verity, falsity, levity, and cruelty. I decided to pick up these poppies on the way as I could use them for red dye for the pink levity blocks. I then got some food and headed into this cave. As I went deeper into the cave, I realized I would need an iron pickaxe in order to be able to mine the lapis, gold, and redstone. I also realized I would need shears for the pink wool for the levity blocks. I kept going deeper as I knew gold would have a higher chance of spawning lower down, and eventually I found a good start for the verity blocks. However, this was only enough to get me 3 gold, and I would need 27 for 3 verity blocks, so I continued to go deeper. As I was looking for verity's parts, I was able to find bits of cruelty lying on the floor, which I swiftly mined up and entered my inventory. However, I need 27 of these as well in order to craft the 3 cruelty blocks. I saw cruelty lying by the lava, so I decided to go pick him up, and I managed to get all 27 bits to craft the 3 cruelties. In my search for verity pieces, I fell upon this mob spawner, which had a bucket in the chest, which gave me a bright idea to go to the Nether and mine nether gold for the 3 verity blocks. I then got a water bucket and managed to craft a portal in the perfect speedrunning way. Okay, I might have messed up a tiny bit, but it was no matter. I could still make the portal. However, as I finished the portal, I had a moment of realization that I didn't have a flint and steel. There was still one way that I could make the portal light. I just had to get a bunch of lava buckets and catch a piece of wood on fire, and the portal would light. After a couple minutes of waiting, it finally happened, and I could go to the Nether and get some verity blocks. Once I entered the Nether, it didn't take me long to find a bit of nether gold, which I quickly mined up. But there was a problem. This much nether gold only gave me 2 golden ingots, and I needed 27 to craft all the verities. I knew this would take a while after this point. Eventually, though, I managed to break all the nether gold I needed in order to craft 27 golden ingots, including the 3 raw gold I already had. Then I headed back into the overworld in search of levity and falsity. I realized that lapis is at Y0 and I was at Y45, so I went up the waterfall. But first I decided to craft my verity blocks and my cruelty blocks. And after what felt like hours of searching, I was finally able to find falsity sitting in the cave. I made sure to mine up 27 of his little bits so that I could craft 3 falsities. Finally, I had to capture levity's essence, so I started heading up in order to look for sheep and also white flowers to make pink dye. As I broke these flowers and turned them into dye, I realized that they weren't the right ones, so I would need to find a different white flower. I thought this search would take me very long, so I decided to get these sheep to make sure I could ensure the wool part was finished. However, I didn't realize how close the white dye was to me at that time. I knew that these were the correct flowers, so I went ahead and mined them up, and I was able to make the pink dye. I then turned the pink dye and wool into 3 levities, which was all I needed to complete the verity tower and escape this world. However, I still had a journey ahead of me, and it was a bit of a guessing game as to which pattern the verities would be in, because I couldn't exactly remember.
Welcome back, OJ. You better hope you have all the verities, levities, cruelties, and falsities for this task. Now remember, I will be giving you hints, but it's on you to determine what the final answer is. Go ahead, try your luck.
Okay, so is it just verity?
Good job, you got 3 correct.
And then it's levity, right?
Yes, it's levity.
And then is it cruelty?
No, it's not 3 cruelty.
Oh, so is it just one cruelty?
No, it's not one cruelty either.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Try a different verity.
So then is it falsity?
Yes, it's falsity.
2 falsity.
Yes.
3 falsity.
Yes, you got those 3
And
correct.
then it's levity, right?
Yes, it's levity.
And then it's gonna be cruelty, cruelty, cruelty.
Yes, you got those 3
And
right.
lastly, it's just levity.
Alright, do you want to see if you got them all right?